Okay, so let's have a look at these dotted line or dashed line areas. So if I go back into layout, one of the good things in here, if I go into SketchUp model, we can actually, and if I pick on my view, here, then we should be able to see an area for tags. Here we go. So you can turn your tags on and off within layout. So let me just drag this window to, oh no, alright, I'll just undo that. Alright, so now looking at this, the ones I wanted to look at are and the two rectangles that I created in my SketchUp model that I put on the tag called dotted lines. So you can see those two there. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is get my rectangle tool from within layout, snap to this point, and do the same over here. And then we're going to go up here. Now I could turn the tag off that I had there. So let's have a look. Okay, now it's served its purpose. It's given me some geometry to snap my new rectangles to. So now if I click on this rectangle, or even both, control, okay, have them both selected. Then let's have a look at shape style. Now I'm going to go down here to dashes and let's have a look at what that looks like to start with. Alright, so I've clicked on that, click off it, refer back to my drawing, and I'm pretty happy with that. I could click on it and look at, now what is that set to at the moment? It's set to ×1. Okay, so you can just tweak that till you get to the size that you think matches what you've got here. So that looks a bit better to me. So I've done that one there. Let's have a look at the next one. Okay, so same process. I'm in layout here, rectangle tool, and I'm just going to grab a corner there, bring it over to here, and you'll notice my lines are already set to these settings here, my stroke. Now, one thing I just want to do is arrange and center back. It makes the lines sort of disappear a bit. But if I go down to my SketchUp model and select on my viewport, go to my tags, I just want to turn off grass. And I can start to see my dotted lines a little bit better. Similar to the PDF drawing that is around on the technical drawing. Just one thing I might toy with is maybe seeing just making them a little bit darker. So that's got that outer border done. Let's have a look at the next one. Okay, so just notice there's a dotted line that comes across here, and then we've got this large one to do out here. So let's have a look. The dotted line one I think should be an easy fix while we've got the line tool set the way we want it. Let's just go there. And with that one selected, we will give it the same settings, which I think is, maybe not. Okay, that's looking a little bit closer. And then we had the large one that goes around the outside. So, with the large one that goes around the outside, I think what we're going to do here is look at the technical drawing dimensions. 30,000 and 12,500. Get my rectangle tool. Now I'm going to go to a setting in layout that is scale drawing, make scale drawing, and I'm just going to grab and start to drag a rectangle and then type in 30,000, comma 12,500. Now on the bottom left of my screen, I'll see if I can drag this so you can see it. There is this little window down here, and if I type in 30, alright, let's just do that again while you can see that. Alright, let's try this again. Make scale drawing. Choose a scale, same as our current drawing. And then we'll go rectangle. And just start to drag a rectangle. And then if I do 30,000, comma 12,500 on the bottom left, it gives us a rectangle that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it. It looks about the right size when we're looking at scale in comparison to that. And the dotted lines are a bit different though. So let's see if we can get them to look like that. So if I go up to shape style, and I notice it was one that had a dot in the middle like that. And maybe we could go a little bit thicker and a little bit longer apart. Alright, so let's have a look at our drawing again. And I think that's looking somewhat good. So if I look back at my drawing here, now we aren't given a dimension for the position of this on the block, so we're going to have to go by eye a little bit here. So what I'm going to do is just have a glance at that, look at my driveway, look at my path, and go back to layout, grab this, and I'm going to go right click, move, arrange, move to back or center back, then grab it and move it. And let's have a look. Now I just jump back to here. Okay, I might just try and get that to there. Okay, that looks to me like a similar amount of backyard, and just click off it there. Okay, so a couple of other lines that I can see are the two long ones here, so let's have a look at creating those. Now what I might do is zoom back out a bit, and let's get our line tool. I'll just bring this back up. Start somewhere. Let's see if it gives us, yeah, it gives us a guide. If we just hover up there, then I should be able to start here, go up, and place that line. Now check out my drawing again. Okay, it's the one with the dot in the middle. So that one, and then we'll look at thickness as well as distance apart, and that's looking pretty good, I think. So what I can do now is Control C, Control V, and then just use my arrow key, or I could drag and move. actually try dragging and moving. Okay, it's not snapping, so what we can do is zoom in, maybe click off it, click on. Okay, and we've got our 2 lines drawn. Now next we're going to look at, in the next video, using this scrapbooks to bring in trees, maybe draw our road lines in our driveway, and possibly add the dimensions.